Good morning. This is Bowtie David, and I'm here up potting some rosemary plants, and wanted to show you. If y'all been watching my garden tours, you might remember there were a whole bunch of little of these rosemary cuttings in cups that I've been rooting out. And I got down to the end here, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I need to show. Kind of silly of me not to share this, because I had an interesting conversation last night with Jonathan, and he said our family kills every plant that comes through here, and I got to thinking about it after he left. I was like, you know, I've killed a lot more plants than you ever here in this garden this year alone, because I've killed 28 tomato plants. I've killed what's the other thing I killed? I killed 120 corn plants. I killed almost, or just over 200 pepper plants this year. So I do my share of killing too. The only difference is I keep going. Don't quit, because eventually you're going to find the right combination that's going to give you that success that makes you grow the things you want to grow. And I just wanted to show you this real quick because I'm really excited right now. Sorry, I'm just thrilled because I didn't have compost for the longest time, and so these little cuttings that I cut from the rosemary, which they were only, I don't know, 8 inches long when I cut them. This one here, that's from here up, that's all new growth. I don't know if you can see it well on the camera, but that much new growth. And I want to show you what's down here. But first, what I do is I have it soaking in a little tub of water here. It doesn't need to be soaked, but for just a minute. You'll notice that, well, let's see this one. Look at here. You can see the root coming out underneath it. It's begging for life. This rosemary just wants to grow. It is begging to live. And so, because I hadn't had compost in a long time, to say the least, because I didn't have any compost, I didn't really have anything I wanted to put in. I want to put this stuff in straight compost because I want it to grow. We're gonna use these. I think we're gonna be giving these away in our church seedling giveaway, hopefully in the spring. But look at here, look at these roots going around and around. Now here's the thing. Look at this. Look at these long roots. They've been sitting in water, so now these are pretty easy to untangle. Look at that. Look at the roots on this thing that are just, it's on my white shirt, I know. Okay, do it on a dark background. Look at the roots on this thing that are begging to grow. That's a foot long. So, because this is wet, I can kind of keep this root ball together. Turn it over carefully. And folks, I'm not a master gardener. I'm just a guy. This is my 3rd year. And by the way, if you like what you see in this video, please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get our custom URL on YouTube and grow the channel. So please subscribe if you have not already. Hit the notifications, like this video. Please comment below if you've had any failures or successes that you're either disappointed in, failures, or successes that you're really excited about. I'd love to hear about it. I do look at all of it, but so this is the pot I'm putting it in. Look, there's more root than this pot can handle. What I'm doing is I'm digging my fingers all the way to the bottom of this pot. I'm gonna fish those roots down all the way to the very bottom and start putting some compost in there. And can you see that? You can see it's kind of sitting just below. You want your dirt to sit just below the edge so that it'll hold extra water when you're watering it. If you're watering it with the can above, you want to be able to puddle it up for just a moment and then let it drain naturally. I will say all of these are discarded nursery pots. If you have a friend who's in landscaping or whatever, has holes in the bottom, good drainage holes, you will always want that. But these are going to sit here for the next few months and grow. That's all they're going to do. Sitting here underneath my ginger plant, so they get a little bit of shade, but they're going to grow good here. They've been growing good. I've got another 10 down here that are getting ready to root up. But anyway, let's do this last one real quick. I have a feeling this last one's going to be about the same as all the others I've done. This is 18 rosemary plants that I did from cuttings. 2 of them died. I killed 2. In fact, here, look at this. I don't know if you can even see the little wisp of green in there. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna make it, but I'm gonna give it a chance. So I'm gonna leave that there. If it doesn't make it, seriously, it's no loss. But hey, I got 18 rosemary plants here growing strong. I've got another 10 on the way. I got a massive rosemary bush over there that I can cut another 20 or 30 more before the month is out. Easy. It's a huge thing. It's this big. Look at my, look in the garden tours. All the garden tours, there's an index of what's being shown in the video. So you can go in that index to the different chapters of the videos and you can see, I want to see rosemary. So go down the chapter. Oh, there's rosemary down here in this chapter and so forth. But yeah, that's all on YouTube. So let's see what this one does. Again, this has been sitting here for a couple months, a little long. Now there's no roots coming out of the bottom of this, but that doesn't mean, looky there. Looky there. This thing dying to get out. I'm gonna feather out these roots. Now here's the thing. As you're feathering out these roots, sometimes pieces are gonna fall off. And you know what that does? And in fact, someone just told me Thursday, Mike was saying, hey, you know, if I used to look at that, I'd think that that was a dying plant. No, this is a plant that's aching to live. This thing is crying out for life. But the interesting thing is, as you're going along, if you break off a root, you know what that does? That sends a signal back to the plant, does some little growth thingy in there. I don't know what it does exactly, but it tells it, hey, grow more roots, and it grows roots faster. So some people will actually prune some of these roots. I'm gonna let these go on this particular batch. They get this long on the next one. And notice I almost said bad, but I corrected myself. Now that one completely fell apart as I put it in there. That's okay. That's okay. If you're gonna be a good gardener, you're gonna kill a lot of plants. So if that plant dies because of what I just did, that it fell apart as I was putting it in, then hey, I'm one plant closer to being better. But there we go. That's another rosemary plant. So again, please like this video, click the thumbs up, big gardeners thumbs up. Like this video, subscribe to the channel is very important because we're trying to get that custom URL. But rosemary, we're growing rosemary here from the cuttings, dozens of them. We got dozens here. I want to have like 50 or 60, maybe more at the seedling giveaway at the church when we finally get it going. But I'd love to have them in these larger pots that I'm putting them in right here. This one here, this one's going to a friend. Look how big this thing, again, 8-inch cutting. Look at new growth, new growth, new growth, new growth, new growth. All this brand new growth everywhere. This thing's gonna thrive. This thing had a lot of roots. In fact, no, I didn't leave any sticking out. But give this thing not very long and it's gonna be sticking out roots at the bottom if it doesn't get in the ground. So give it about a month and it'll be sticking out the bottom. And I know where it's going, so if it doesn't get in the ground, I'll show you in a month. But folks, grow stuff. Just grow something. You know, if you're living in an apartment, don't have the space, go get a little pot and grow a tiny Tim tomato. You can get the seeds from Callie Kim. She has a YouTube channel, but she also has a website. You can go to her YouTube channel, it has links. Go into her website where you can buy the tiny Tim tomatoes. There's also tomato seeds. There's also other ones out there, but don't be afraid to at least try. A seed packet costs how much? A couple bucks. You're not gonna be out much. This compost here, free at the Equestrian Center in Kelly Plantation, folks. Free. I didn't pay anything for it. You go over there with your hatchback, find out where the Equestrian Center is, at the gate, tell them you need to get, okay, I don't want to get in trouble here, but tell them you're getting compost from the Equestrian Center, go over there, they'll tell you where to go. And I know a lady that brought 2 trash bags, contractor trash bags, and put about that much in each of 2 contractor trash bags, and she started potting up with it. This compost, get the blackest stuff. If you're going in there, look over to the right. This stuff is awesome, and it's free, people, free. Look, these. If you know a friend in the landscaping business, see if they have any leftover pots. Ask your friends. If you don't have friends, make friends, because folks, we gotta have friends to survive in this world, right? So Meet your neighbors. Know who your neighbors are. Because I guarantee someone, this guy right here behind the camera, he's got extra, he would give me extra pots. I know for a fact. This guy over here, he would too. I got some fantastic neighbors. I love these guys to death. We bought this house in October of last year. Right now it's late August, and we have friends all around us. Make friends, people. You gotta have friends to survive in this world. And if you have a hard time finding friends, go find yourself a church family. It's very important, people. God provides. He's got these people out here for you. Good friends. So that being said, I hope y'all learned a little something here. I hope maybe it gets you excited to just plant a seed, people. You know, back in World War II, someone was reminding me the other day. He said, in fact, the guy that said, talking about the bound up roots, he says, you know, these victory gardens they grew in World War II, they started growing because they were talking about food shortages coming up. And you know what? Americans put together over 1 billion containers of preserved food in that time period. 1 billion. And you know what? There wasn't a food shortage in a lot of places because of it. People who did that, people who got out there and did something, it was amazing. So anyway, I gotta end. Say hello to the ginger. Can you see the cucumber right here? This is a new cucumber I got coming up. It's I think it's the tallest one I've got. I'm very excited because we're gonna have a whole new arbor of Suyo Long. So watch in 2 months and this thing's gonna be all over the place because I have tons of them growing up. But anyway, hey, like I always say, have a blessed day. Y'all are awesome.